defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to lie. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-Trade, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Alright then, let's go Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
60 vices.
Ward off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Come on. Hit. Cougar 19.
To throw, here's Ward. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Ward. He'll complete this one. Here, Conquo. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game you play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at
approaching from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Ward. He'll try and do this himself. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
10 at the 30-yard line.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
In motion, the tight end.
Ready.
They go play action with Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Ready. Bronco 80. 70 Timberwolves.
Option play. Here's Pollard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
60 by 6.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
79 Broncos.
Throwing now, Ward. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Derek Brown drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Sly able to put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 18.
Throwing now is Stroud. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A passing look here. 5 receivers in the formation on 2nd and 4. Now Stroud. And he rifles one incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
18. What's that?
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Here we go.
The throwing again is Stroud. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Okay. 18. What's that?
An option handoff here to Mixon. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. The Texans at 11-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taken from just outside the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
At the 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back over to the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it. Press roll 80.
To throw is Ward. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for the offense.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the first and goal.
Ready?
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
The tight end in motion right. The slot man in motion right. Play action. It's Ward. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Pollard gets it off the option. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Play fake. Here's Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep. That's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
On the quick, right?
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily,
and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Open man right side is Rice. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
19, start, 18, 5 in. Ready?
Off play action, Ward. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off. 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 Turn this TV off.
Second down and 6 now.
Here we go. Whoop, Tony.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Stroud to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Stroud working out of the gun. He'll drop this one down to mix it. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
18.
Stroud looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
18.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down and goal to go.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Stroud as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Thank you. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Let's go.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And that is caught. It's Ridley. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Tap the 60. Tap the 60. Ready.
Ward. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Tony. Whoa.
Here's Stroud. And that'll be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's
going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
Stroud out of the gun here. That is caught. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Okay.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And a little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Ow, what's that? 18. What's that? Sujay.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Okay,
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. 18. Pioneer. Ready,
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Get it. Cowboy. Ready.
Here's Ward. He's got the open man. It's Iomander. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing is Ward. And he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Following the fumble recovery. Stroud. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Dobbs to throw. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. That screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
To having a world with no love? What's the use of having a life with no love? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical?
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Now Ward. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Ready.
That's into the hands of Iomanner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Okay, break.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
To throw, here's Ward. Man, and he hits him in stride. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want. Play with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Viking, 18. Let's go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On the jump.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Back row 80.
And here's a give to Spears. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
On the toss, it's Spears. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Joey Sly on for the Tennessee field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Joey Sly to kick off for Tennessee.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right.
A throw out wide, caught by Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be second and a couple.
42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Now a run. Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And that might be Titan football. It is. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Hand off to Spears. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Get it! Practice!
Spears with another carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Hey, let's go!
Gain of 15 yards. And the Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go now. 60 by 6, 60 by 6. Go.
The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Titans, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop a somewhat costly one to fall to 11-5 on the year. And they will look to turn it around next time out. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. Wake up and I found out that it change up. Wait, did it change up? Is it light out yet? Did it find out better? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with my arm on face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around.